1 Thessalonians 5:16 says, rejoice evermore. I don't know if you know this or not, but I have a little dog named PoPo, aka Polaris. She is a real encourager. One day we were driving home. I don't talk a lot about my dogs, but they're a big part of my farm and my family as well. But one day we were driving home, and Mary Ruth said something that stuck with me for a very long time. She says, that dog makes me feel so good about myself. And what she does is, if you leave Po at home, or you go in the house and come back outside, or you show up, it doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's cold, if it's a sunny day, it doesn't matter. That dog acts like the world has just become this grand Disney World because you showed up. She starts a wagging and a whimpering and a crying, and she'll bark a little bit, and she'll whine, and she'll jump up and down, and she'll come over and she'll tag you with your feet, and then she'll run away. And I mean, it doesn't matter. She is just such an encourager. She will just make you smile when you're having the worstest of days. She's a really good dog that way. I mean, I had some hard days at work, and she'd been home with the family all day. Been here with Ken and Mary, Faith and Susan. Been here all day. All the love that she could get, warm couch, all that kind of stuff. And you'd think with all of that attention and with all that stuff, it'd be more like, hey, good to see you. Glad you're home. No, she does the whole routine. I mean, she's bouncing off the walls. She's barking at me. She's running circles around me. I have to pet her. Her tail's wagging back and forth just like crazy. I mean, she's just the biggest encourager that you can ever imagine. I mean, she's just that kind of a dog. I'll show you some video here of PoPo. But the Bible calls us to be an encourager. It calls us to be, that person that, when you get around somebody, you lift their day up. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 gives a lot of instructions on how to do that. But to continually be an encourager is a real life goal. We should try to encourage one another, to lift one another up, and to have that kind of sincerity about our spirit when we meet people. And if we can do that, it's amazing what things we can change in our life. In Ezra Marler's little book here, there's a writing by Dr. Frank Crane. I don't know anything about Dr. Frank Crane, but I found this little writing in here in this book, and I want to read it to you. Knocking. Now, we're not talking about knocking on the door. We're talking about knocking people down by talking bad about them, by trying to make somebody else lower so that you can feel better about yourself, okay? Knocking. Real close kin to gossip. You know that stuff real good, don't you? Me too. I know it real well. Knocking is one of the easiest things in the world to do. I agree. It only takes a thimbleful of brains. And it is the cheapest, is easiest way to attract attention. Yes, it is. But it is a mighty expensive amusement. Everybody hates a knocker. No man ever got very high by pulling another person down. The intelligent merchant does not knock his competitors. The sensible worker does not knock those who work with him. Don't knock your friends. Don't knock your enemies. And most certainly, don't knock yourself. Don't say cutting things. Speak pleasantly of everybody, whether you are pleasantly disposed or not. I'm going to read that again. Speak pleasantly of everybody, whether you are pleasantly disposed or not. Boost, and you will be boosted. Knock, and you will be knocked. I think that's some great words of wisdom today. And I thank you for joining me. Isn't it amazing what a little pet dog can teach us? God bless from HyddenWell Farms.